This was Rebekah Brooks with her husband Charlie at her side last July, just before she resigned as chief executive of News International. 2 days after she quit, she was arrested by police investigating phone hacking and corrupt payments, and has kept a low profile and been on bail ever since. Before 7 a.m. this morning, officers arrived at their rural Oxfordshire estate and took the couple away to separate police stations. Several hours later, there was no sign of any ongoing search of their property. The timing and manner is in stark contrast with Mrs. Brooks' first arrest, which was by appointment at a police station. And for a racehorse trainer like Charlie Brooks, it could not have come on a worse day. In his most recent newspaper column, he describes the first day of the Cheltenham Festival as his happiest moment of the year. Instead of enjoying the racing and hospitality, he was being questioned by detectives. Charlie Brooks has been a friend of the Prime Minister since they were schoolboys. David Cameron was a guest at the party to celebrate the Brooks wedding, and the Oxfordshire near neighbours went riding together, including on the horse that we now know had been loaned to Rebekah by the Metropolitan Police.
I've known Charlie Brooks, the husband of Rebekah Brooks, for over 30 years. Before the election, yes, I did go riding with him. He has a number of different horses, and yes, one of them was this former police horse, Razor, which I did ride.
News of his friend's arrest emerged just as Mr. Cameron was heading to Washington to meet President Obama. It's the latest link to a scandal in which 3 of his friends have now been arrested. He was criticised for giving Andy Coulson a key job as his press advisor. Like Mrs. Brooks, he was a former News of the World editor. Mr. Coulson was arrested in July, 6 months after resigning from his Downing Street post. One of the other 4 people arrested today is Mark Hanna, the Director of Security at News International. The early morning raids would appear to follow the same pattern which saw 11 Sun journalists detained at their homes and taken in for questioning last month. But these arrests are not for accusations of paying public officials or hacking phones. They are for allegedly attempting to pervert the course of justice. In other words, trying to cover up a crime or crimes. And of the more than 40 people who have so far been detained as part of these lengthy and interlinked inquiries, no one has yet been charged with an offence. And some prosecutions face an added complication. When Sue Akers, the Deputy Assistant Commissioner leading the Met Police investigation, gave evidence at the Leveson inquiry last month, she spoke about a culture of illegal payments at the Sun. The Attorney General is now examining whether those comments may prejudice fair trials. Ian Woods, Sky News.